Hello and welcome to the KB Michelle Green podcast. Thank you for being a member and joining, liking, sharing, and subscribing. We are so glad that you are here. Let's listen to today's message. In today's message, we are discussing in this series credit. And in today's message, I would like to talk about the times when we have opportunities to buy into things that we really had not accounted for. When we have our money aligned and we're being prepared to take care of the things that are on our credit to make sure that our utilities are paid, a lot of times we do not actually account for the things that are going to come at us from the outside in. Okay? And what do I mean by that? There are so many times when I have had things that came from the outside in and kind of just threw my whole plan financially in a frenzy. So the thing that I want us to take away from today's message is we have to understand, as people who want to have high credit scores, as people who want to manage our finances better and really have a beautiful portfolio that is sustainable, that will last for the time period that we get in our older age, or the times when we are just planning for something short term within 1 to 5 years. If we're planning for something even immediately within the next 1 to 2 years, we have to understand that there are going to be obstacles or challenges with our money that will entice us to take care of something that we had not planned for, that we had not even considered that we were going to even encounter. Things that happen, what we call them, are emergencies. But in true reality, it is not an emergency. So what do I want to say about this? When we are living our best life financially, when we are living our best life with our credit, we are prepared for the bills, the debts that we have, but we also need to accommodate another section of our lives financially, that is our time to play, or the unexpected expenses, the things that we need to set aside for maybe someone's birthday, perhaps an outing, a dinner. We need to accommodate for going on a trip, maybe taking a vacation that someone invites us in on. Maybe we have to, not have to, but maybe we want to do something for a neighbor. Maybe we want to do something for someone having a baby. Perhaps somebody decides to get married and invites you to their wedding. We have to accommodate for the things that are not our regular financial obligations. And most of the time, what happens is that we get so consumed by what life is pulling us into that, because this comes from the outside in, so life begins to pull us outside of what it is that we have already planned for, that we've already prepared for. And before you know it, majority of our funds are depleted, because we are catering to the things that are on the outside that had no real obligation to what we were supposed to do. It is hard for most of us financially because we haven't had very much direction in most cases of what to do with our money, where the money is supposed to go, how to prepare for, our debts, our utilities, how to prepare for our retirement, or to prepare for short-term goals like taking a nice vacation, being able to start a child off in college, or being able to just start yourself off in college. There are things that we can do to achieve our goals, but the problem is that we haven't had the discipline that we need to practice over and over again saying no. Okay? Saying no to the things that are coming from the outside in, and making sure that the things that we have on the inside of us are things that we are secure in. It is our foundation, and that the foundation cannot be shaken. It can't be like wishy-washy. It has to be cemented. It has to be so strong and sturdy that nobody will be able to break that foundation. And this is not a place where most of us are in our lives financially. This is not a place where we have even considered, because we are so drawn to, oh, well, I got to go do this because this person is having this on this day, and that person is having that on that day. And if I don't show up, they're going to think differently about me. If I don't engage in the activities that they are asking me to engage in, and even though I know that I am not in a position to pay for those types of activities, I'm not in a position to actually prepare for being able to go on that trip. I'm not in a position to actually take an additional expense and go to that dinner. We tend to wrestle with ourselves, and we end up getting pulled from the outside in instead of being founded and grounded in from the inside out. I want you guys to know that in this message, this is so crucial to our livelihood of our finances. The livelihood of our finances will not survive if every time, or majority of the time, we are pulled from the outside in, and we cater to the needs of the things that are on the outside of our finances, that are on the outside of our credit, that are on the outside of our utilities. There is no way that you can sustain a great financial portfolio if every time somebody calls you and says, hey, I got this going on. Do you want to go? Can you come? Can you provide this for me? And maybe it's not even an event. Maybe it's just that person who is always asking for help financially. Maybe it's a child. Maybe it's a parent. Maybe it's a sibling. Maybe it's a spouse. Maybe it's someone, that is just a good friend to you, or that you feel like you are being a good friend to them. Instead of going into the mindset of the outside in, of the people who are drawing you from the outside to come into your pockets and try to make you or persuade you to give to their bosom, you have to be strong and have discipline to say no. I mean, a lot of times the reason why we fall for these types of conversations with others and end up giving our money away, knowing good and well we have to take care of certain obligations, and we may be even on the verge of a foreclosure, an eviction, a repossession. We might be on the verge of our credit cards closing, our student loans, going into default. We might be in a position where we know for sure that we cannot do anything else for anybody else. But even though we know that, because we haven't dealt with the truth about ourselves, and we're not that confident in the choices that we have made financially previously, we just decide that it's okay for us to go ahead just this one last time, because we talk ourselves into, oh, well, I never get a chance to do this. I always pass up these opportunities. I always, I never get a break. I never do this or that. And that is the enemy speaking to you. because those are lies. Those are not truths. And even if you haven't taken a vacation in umpteen years, the truth of the matter is we still end up doing what we want. So at the end of your financial picture, your end of your financial portfolio for every single day, you have to build the confidence and the assurance to be disciplined enough to say no to people from the outside in that are going to try to draw funds from you. Because guess what? Everybody wants some money. Everybody wants the money. Your creditors want the money. Your bill collectors, they want the money. Your family, they want money. Everybody wants money. But if you can never learn to be rooted and grounded from the inside, then every time you will be drawn from the outside in, and they will be all up and in and through your pockets, and you'll never be able to stabilize your life financially. So I'm here to say that in order for you to truly be able to sustain your finances, to sustain a good credit score, you will have to learn to not just be frugal, but to say no. You will have to make decisions and ask God to help you to say no from the ones that are on the outside. And it doesn't matter how good-hearted people are. It doesn't matter if you love them to death. And thereafter, what it means is that you have to learn how to set boundaries for the things that you want, or they will never, ever be achieved. I really hope that this message today has helped you in some way. If it has, write a comment below, like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about this series, because truly it is something that can benefit everyone's life. Thank you for listening and have a great day.